know she must be stuck in meetings.
You're meeting with the couch. Hey guys, I hope everybody's having an amazing Saturday. So listen, I know y'all got all these Black Friday offers and Black Friday sales, but you ain't seen nothing like this because not only does this have the ability to impact your life in the long run, but I'm gonna tell you how I started every single one of these sessions. I started them by saying, if you've never had, I promise you, you've never had anybody show you this. Let me start there. I promise you, you've never had anybody take your industry and show you seven figures on paper for what you do.
Hmm.
I don't care if it's tying shoes. I don't care if it's playing the piano. I don't care what it is. And until somebody takes your industry and what you do and put it on paper for you, putting it on paper becomes super real, super doable, super actionable. And that's what I'm offering you guys an opportunity to do. Go to bit.ly/ the number seven figure VIP. The code is SAVE1000. They're normally $1,500 for a limited time because when that clock resets 2021, they're
Hmm.
going back to being $1,500. So for a limited time, you can get yours for $499. And I wanted somebody else, because we all think our stuff is the bomb. I
Hmm.
wanted somebody who had experienced this session to give you a bird's eye view as to um why they found this particular session helpful for them.
Mm-hmm.
So Latalia, I'm gonna turn it over to you so we can talk about a few things that helped you. Starting out with helping shape your seven-figure vision.
Mm. So, Coach, one of the things that stood out for me from our VIP session was that I have to have the belief in myself. I have to have the belief that I'm worthy of the time, the effort, and the fruit of my labor. And without that, nothing, I couldn't hear anything else.
Mm,
And you gave that to me. You know what I mean? And put my life and my life situation, the things that I walk with, the things that I've been doing, um, encouraging me that I'm doing the right thing. I just have to do it in a different way. And that strategy is key because I found like I've been like a hamster in a hamster wheel, going around and around and around, but not having what I call the treasure map to get to what I want to get to.
right.
And so that VIP session was like a treasure map opening up for me. You know, that vision became clear to me. That vision that this is doable, number one. It doesn't take 1,000 people to come into your funnel or your village. Here's how you can scale up. Here's how many people it's going to take to hit this number. And here's what has to be done in order for you to get there. Like, I mean, it honestly, guys, it left me in tears. It
And
left me
I'm
in
gonna tell you, this
tears.
session is worth so much more than $500.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You're losing $500 a day easily by not having this type of session because the number one thing we do is we go in and price your products correctly. And the mass majority of you are undercutting yourselves and you don't even know it. And you're working hard to get small bits of money when you could be using that same energy and effort to get large bits of money. And so we were able to flip her marketing plan on its head to show her, hey, if you do this differently, you're not fishing as much and you catching way more fish. Latonya, do
Mhm.
you want to talk about that?
So when I when I bought my plan to or my strategy to coach, I showed her how my highest ticket product was 6 weeks, and how I had to consistently go back out marketing throughout that 6-week period of time just to refresh the pool. And in that 6-week period of time, I'm spending money to get people to the table, as opposed to using a wiser strategy. I'll say I have to spend the money anyway, but I'm spending less money in actuality. And then also talking to someone who has the tools that I need, as opposed to going out, trying out tools that don't necessarily work. That money could be going someplace else.
I can almost bet every entrepreneur watching, if you're really investing in your business, you're spending $500 a month or $500 every 3 months on tools that are not helping you make more money.
Yep.
I can almost bet it. You got the funnel sizer this, the maximizer that, the email this, and nobody's telling you a real strategy for getting out there and shaping out your 7 figures. And that's what's going to happen and this is a private call. So to get a private call with me for $500 is amazing. bit.ly/7figure VIP, code save 1,000. Guys, this is, you may say, oh, how do I know it's going to be worth my $500?
Oh, it's worth it.
I'm not even going to try to convince you, because hey, you're a business owner, and every bit of strategy that you invest in, you can write off on your taxes. So this is December 5th. You will get that money back in about 35 days, because you're going to write it off on your 2020 taxes, and that money is going to be returned to you in the form of a tax credit in 30 days. So what better time to spend this type of money, because you ain't got to wait all year to get it back.
And so what I also loved, Coach, was the tiers.
You ate there. Well, you ate there. Yeah, you know I'm over here.
What y'all doing over there?
I'm trying to see what my baby talking about. Go ahead, Natalia.
I love the tiers, the tiered approach. And I'm not just focused on one level of my business or one piece of it. I'm simultaneously working the different pieces. And so that helped me tremendously.
You in the mic.
Tell him he got the hot mic.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people watching. No, I couldn't, baby.
Daddy's home.
Oh, you gonna perform for us now?
Evidently, girl. Go ahead.
It's all right. So the tiers, Coach, it just helped me to focus in on the different levels of the programs that I could offer to people, and helping people to get in at anywhere they can, financially
and
speaking.
That's the thing that gets you closer to 7 figures.
Yeah.
Is being able to weigh your knowledge. Most of us give away either far too much or far too little. The mass majority of us lean on the side of far too much. And then we wonder why we're empty and our bank accounts are too.
Yeah.
There is, and you're doing a disservice to your clients, because when you give them too much, they can't absorb all of that at once. And that's why this program, even though you have a 7-figure plan, it's going to take us a year to do the work that you're going to start making money before the year is up.
Right.
But it just takes momentum to build. But you're not spending a year, like you said, on the hamster wheel, confused, in the dark, making the wrong decisions. This is going to be a year of being consistently on a journey with a rock solid goal, rock solid steps to get there. And if you're a business owner and you don't know where to go next to make your 7 figures, go to bit.ly/7figure VIP and use the code SAVE1000, all uppercase, to get this needs to be your Christmas gift, your New Year's gift, your birthday gift to yourself. Because I promise you, if nobody ever shows it to you, it will take you years and years Like it took me years and years to figure it out on my own.
Mhm.
And if
And
somebody would have gave me this when I started, I'd have got here much sooner.
the other thing is the modeling. I mean, it's one thing for you to give us the information, but you also model it, and that is priceless. We get to watch what you do. You show us the tools that you utilize, and it's like, come on, girl, let's get up, let's go, let's do this. You know, you're not walking out there on your own.
See, the funny part about that, Latalia, is people think that the internet is so transparent that you can just look at me and see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But until you had this plan, you
Right.
don't know how to take what I'm doing and make
And
that
make
work
it work
for
for you.
your industry.
Right.
Absolutely. For your gifts and talents, for
Right.
the knowledge that you have out there. So this
Mm-hmm.
really is a customized plan
Yep.
for you. And if you're in your My Village already, ask how you can upgrade and get this call as a bonus for upgrading. But you've got to have that laser focus.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yep.
women, we're all over the place as it is with these men, with these kids, with these
Mm-hmm.
jobs, you know, with these bills, with our church, with our community. We're already all over the place.
Yeah.
So at the place where we can get laser focused to come over here and do this, and I know I only have 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day to do this. So I know this takes care of your time management.
That's right.
Because when
And we
you
talked about that too.
go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and tell them
No,
about
I said we talked about that too. We talked about, you know, how are you going to discipline yourself to get this done? What space in your life are you going to make so that you can make this happen for yourself? Because it's one thing to give people the action steps, but it's another thing to help people understand their why, what their motivation is, and how they're going to make it happen, making it real, making it plain, making it doable. And so that was another key for me. You know, that was another takeaway for me. I mean, you know, I got 4 kids, one just graduated from college today. You know what I mean? So my focus was on getting him out and, you know, and where he needed to be. But because I had the clear steps in front of me, here's what I'm doing for an hour. And I don't have to wonder. I don't have to search. It's right here in front of me, you know?
and
And
that's what
so,
most women spend most of their time is and I want you guys to chime in as entrepreneurs. How much of your day do you spend? You can have it all. How much of your day do you spend figuring out what's next?
yeah, yeah.
Where do I go next? And by the time you figure out what's next, the little time you had set to the side is gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it goes quickly and it's easy to get distracted. And so with the with the work that I've been given to do for the next 12 months. Hold on. I'm losing my earpiece. With the work that I've been given to do for the next 12 months, I know that it will adjust as I go. And so for me, having the VIP session was important, coach, but I have to also plug in that being part of the community is important because that is what's going to keep me afloat. That's what's going to keep me pushing when I don't feel like it, when I just feel like I don't have any more to give, because this is something that I haven't seen before. And when you walking out into the unknown, I mean, we're human. We're going to get nervous. We're going to get afraid. We're going to want to turn back. So you need that level of support. It's important. You cannot do it by yourself.
But I will tell you this, seeing that money on paper next to your name for the gifts and talents that God gave you is not only encouraging, it's motivating, it's exhilarating, it's uplifting, it's inspiring, it's motivating. I can't say enough adjectives because nobody,
Yeah.
you gotta have somewhere $1 million goal along with the plan to go to it with your name next to it somewhere in the world.
That's right.
Not just, oh, this is my goal and this fake check for $1 million, but where's the strategy to get you there? And some of y'all are only lacking the strategy. And if you had the strategy, you could go a lot further. So go to bit.ly/7-figure VIP. Use code SAVE1000. If you don't want to do a 7-figure planning session, we can do a 5-figure launch session. It is totally up to you what type of session you choose. But trust me, either way you go, it's going to catapult the expansion of your mind to a whole different level.
Amen to that.
We talked about in class, I'll share this with you this morning. We talked about in class, where's the first place that you make your money?
In your mind. It starts up here.
Every dollar you make is made in the supernatural.
That's right.
Way before you bring it into the natural. It really starts in the subconscious.
There you go.
Which is the supernatural. The subconscious and the supernatural, aka the Holy Spirit. That is where it originates. That's where it starts. You have an idea. And the majority of these gifts and talents were given to you at birth. This really is your destiny. Right. I'm really not doing you no favors. I'm really just showing you where to find your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So the first thing is your mind. The second place is in your heart. When you say, I'm going to commit, go do this idea, this thing. And the second place is in your hand. And that's where it gets twisted.
Yeah.
Because that's where we start to doubt, is it really worth this amount of money? You need somebody to look at your pricing and say, you're undercharging, or that's just right, or even make the money make sense to you. And I think that's another thing that happened in this session. If you started to realize, okay, this money actually makes sense.
Yep. It made sense. And again, those tiers, like I love the tiered method. It helped me not to be intimidated by the numbers.
Absolutely.
And if I'm not intimidated, then I'm confident in offering that to somebody else.
And what she means by tiers, and I'll explain it to you because it's still not going to give you the cheat code. You still got to sign up for your session to get your tiers. But there's not a product out there that does not sell in tiers. Fast food. You can get all the items a la carte. You can get a Happy Meal, which is a small meal deal. You can get a combo, which comes with a small fry and a small Coke. You can
supersize that baby
and get a large fry and a large Coke. And then some of them gonna ask you, do you want to add dessert? If your products and services are not shaped so that you can serve everybody, whether they got $1 for a burger or $10 for the supersized meal, then you're doing yourself a disservice. You're underselling, you're underproducing, and you got to do something different. So if you want to grab your one-on-one 7-figure planning session for only $499, go to bit.ly/7-figure VIP. Use the code all caps SAVE1000. If you wait till the new year, you're going to spend $1,500. Use this as a session to get yourself on the right foot. Everybody that thought they was going to start 2020 right, they was ready. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. COVID hit and knocked the knees out from under some people. So you really got to do double work this year to make up from where you were with COVID. So like I said before, let this be your Christmas gift. Let this be your New Year's gift. Let this be this, yo, I need to quit my job next year gift. Let this be your I'm tired of struggling gift. If you don't bless yourself, baby, You can't wait on nobody else to bless you.
That's right.
And we can have your session as soon as this weekend, as soon as early next week. As soon as you pay, baby, I'm gonna be
She
available.
on it. That's it.
I'm
She
about to
on
run
it.
you down for your session. Yeah. But again, guys, if I could give everybody one gift, it would be the gift of knowing your potential.
Mhm.
Once you can see into the future, I'm gonna tell this story and I'm gonna let you guys go. I was reading this book and he talked about potential and how everybody has limitless potential. But he said he feels like he's talking to a world that doesn't know who they really are.
Mm.
And the example he used was Michael Jordan. He said, imagine Michael Jordan in all his greatness, arguably the greatest to ever play the game, had a car wreck. And when he woke up, he forgot he was Michael Jordan. So when he got out of the hospital, he went and got a job at the Applebee's down the street. And every time you saw him, you were trying to remind him that he was the greatest of all time.
Wow.
And he said, no, I'm about to make manager at this Applebee's. I'm going to stay right here.
Mm.
And that's how we're operating.
Mm.
Somewhere along the way,
Wow.
we forgot that we were created by the greatest that ever existed in his image, which makes us the greatest. And somewhere along the way, we forgot the promises of abundance that he made to us. Somewhere along the way, we forgot that he owns it all. So all we got to do is ask him in his son's name. Somewhere along the way, we forgot that he has been the King of Kings doing miracles as long
Bring it.
as
Bring it.
we can
Come
remember
on now.
before my time and before the time of man. And that
Yes.
everything we see around us,
Yes.
from a cup of coffee to a cracker,
Come on now.
is a miracle.
Yes.
Because at one point it didn't exist. And all of this came into existence because he breathed life into it.
Come on.
Then he breathed life into us.
Us.
So we got to stop acting like we're not qualified. We may not know the path. We may not know the exact strategy. We may not know exactly how to get started sometimes. But are we qualified? Absolutely. Is it yours to have? Absolutely. It's yours for. I'm just a conduit. I'm just a vessel. I help point out some ways for you to get there faster. But the blessing, the opportunity, the ability, and the capability, it's already there. It's already there. So do yourself a favor, bit.ly/7figure VIP. The code is save 1,000. Let me help y'all with something. All of y'all husbands and boyfriends and significant others asking y'all what y'all want. Don't send them to the jewelry store.
Yes.
This is a ring you'll be able to buy over and over again. You'll get your notes from the session. You get your recording from the session so that you can review it over and over again. Let them people closest to you know this is what you want for Christmas.
Yes.
Don't get you no new stove for them to cook dinner in. Don't get you no robe for you to walk around the house in. Tell them to collect as much of it as they can, and you'll do the rest.
That's right. Send that cash out.
And believe it or not, every Christmas, I have at least 4 husbands call me. Every Christmas. And they say, my wife been watching. She wants to buy this or she wants to buy that. So write it down. Hand them a little piece of paper. bit.ly/7figure VIP. Make sure you give them the code so they don't have to pay full price. The code is SAVE, all caps, 1,000. I hope to see you in your session soon. Natalia, what do you want to say to somebody who's on the fence? Like, I'm not sure.
I want to say that you need to know that you're destined for wealth. You're destined for great things. And sometimes when you're on that fence, you just need somebody just kind of push you off onto the other side. And let this be the push that you need to the other side. I know for me, I spent a lot of time praying, and there are things that come up or that are on my path that I have to pay attention to know that this is the answer to that prayer.
Say that again. And let me tell you why I want you to say it again. Because somebody's been praying for this.
Yeah.
And now that it's here, they're doubting, is this it?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You got to know when your answers are appearing in front of you. You got to know it. You have to listen to yourself, and you have to take that chance on you. You have to bet on you. You have to invest in you as you're betting on you. And so I would say, yeah, go and let this be the push you need off the fence.
Wow. And stop looking for confirmation every 5 minutes. He don't send burning bushes no more. Y'all gonna burn y'all eyebrows and your lace front.
I can't.
On the campfire.
And the lace front.
Talking about the Holy Spirit, is that you? Lord, is that you?
Listen,
Girl, no.
And it's about evolution.
It's a fire pit.
It's about evolution, right? It's about growing, moving to the next level, taking what you need, getting the tools that you need to get there. And we have to allow ourselves to evolve in a way that's going to bring us the greatest return.
And knowing what not to pick up. Like I said, the average one of you guys is spending $500 every 2 or 3 months on software that ain't making you $1. Get the strategy session you need to know where you really need to be putting your energy and your effort. And I agree to tell you, if you've been praying for a sign, what you waiting on a billboard to say this is your sign? Come on now, y'all. Don't make the Lord work so hard to bless you. I need to get a t-shirt that say take the brakes off God.
Ooh.
Don't make the Lord work so hard to bless you when he's in the blessing business. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Latalia. I appreciate
I love spending time with you, lady.
Girl, we got to get it. I don't know.
Listen.
When they ask you how it happened.
Girl, they better come back to this video.
At 6:28 p.m. Central Standard Time, I gave you a warning shot.
Yes,
and I
indeedy.
said I'm coming for it. And
yes,
you can ride with me or collide with me. See, there's so many people sitting in the stands watching. Y'all better come on, get in the game. Get in the game and play. This ball here is for keeps.
Yes,
you go to that job and play.
You got that right.
Start making some moves in your business. bit.ly, the number 7-figure VIP, code save 1,000. This is the only time each year these sessions go on sale. So you better grab yours now, okay?
All right, Coach. Love you.
Have a great afternoon.
You too.